everyone, my name is Becca. Welcome back to my channel, and today I am here with my March book haul. Plus one book that I got in April, but I decided to throw it in here because I don't foresee myself getting any more books in April. That may change, for sure. But I really don't foresee myself buying a whole lot in April, and if I do, I'll do like a really mini book haul at the end of the month. But I know it's just the beginning of April, but still, like, I normally would have bought a lot so far, and I only got one book, and that's my book of the month book. So, yeah. For March, let's see, I have my thing here. It's funny, because I buy a whole lot of, like, notebooks for my, like, my spreads and everything. Like, I buy a lot of, like, reading journal notebooks and stuff, and I end up just using a regular freaking notebook because I like it. So I just end up doing it. I really just need to, I don't know. Oh well. So I bought 2, 4, 6, 8, about 11 books. Not bad. Really, I don't think that's bad. Also what I'm doing is I'm writing down whether or not I've read the book. And so far I've read 4, and I'm in the middle of 1. So that's good. And I'm hoping, so my hope is that come December, when I look over this stuff again, I will have read at least 75% of the books that I bought. At least. So we're going to see how that goes. But yeah, I'm trying to just read the books that I get, as well as my backlist books. So, alright, so we'll start with the books that I've read already, or at least aren't going towards my TBR. For Sophie and Bad For You by J. Daniels. I read this last month, 2 months ago. I think this is the second book? No, this is the third book. And I read this, I want to say, in January. I think. Now I'm, like, forgetting. It was either January or February, and it doesn't matter. I love this book. This one follows Shayla and Sean. This is the third book in the Dirty Deeds series by J. Daniels. And I love J. Daniels. Everything that I've read from, I want to say her, but yeah. Everything I've read from her, I have loved. I've given at least, like, 4 stars, but I want to say I've given everything 5 stars. I'm only saying that because I don't remember everything, but I'm pretty sure I've given, like, everything 5 stars. I fall in love with her characters and her plots, her story, like, her writing. Everything just speaks to me and works for me. This is on sale on Amazon, so I ended up just buying it, because it was on sale, and I was like, let's get it. And this is the third book. I don't have the first 2. I will be getting the first 2 for sure. I actually need 3. I need the first 2, and then I need the one after this. I've read them all. I love them all. I want them all. The other one is one that I literally just read this month, and you would have seen my Owls check-in for the week, and that is the Undercover Bromance by Alyssa K. Adams, which is the sequel / companion to the Bromance Book Club. This one follows Braden Mack and his love interest Liv. It's like an enemies to lovers. Braden Mack is like the creator / host of the book club, which is great. And then we have Liv, she is the sister-in-law to Gavin, who is our main guy from the first book. And it's an enemies to lovers. I really love it. I just really love these books. The Bromance Book Club was fantastic. It was definitely in my favorites of 2019, I want to say. Yeah, it was on my favorites of 2019, so I read it last year. I guess it was really late last year, because I could have sworn I read it like a few months ago. But I really enjoyed the sequel, so I'll talk more about this in my wrap-up. But yeah. Talk more about it in my check-in, too, so. Next up. So the only other 2 books that I've read are Chain of Gold by Cassandra Clare. This is the first book in the Last Hours trilogy, I want to say, but you never know with her. Normally they're just trilogies, but there's so many books in the series. So this one follows the Children of the Infernal Devices characters. So really, ultimately, you only have to read the Infernal Devices trilogy, as well as like the novellas from the novella bind-ups, like Ghost of the Shadow Market and the Bane Chronicles. those are the ones. Oh, and Tales from the Shadowhunter Academy, I think, also gives you character, or like these characters as well. So those are the only ones you really should read. But if you want to like know some of like the references and stuff, because like they'll just like hint at things. I can't even say it, but for like the Dark Artifices, there's a character in here says something and you're just automatically like, yeah, no. You automatically know that character. You automatically know what they're gonna do. Like, you know what they're gonna say. And it's just... it's so good. I really enjoyed this one. It's not my favorite opener of the series. I want to say my favorite opener is Lady Midnight. Because like each trilogy has its own opener. And I want to say Lady Midnight is my favorite. This has the potential to be a really fantastic trilogy, though. I really enjoyed this one. I really loved the characters from the Infernal Devices, and that's really what was just sucking me in. And I love James Herondale and Lucy Herondale and Cordelia Carstairs and Matthew Fairchild, and it was difficult keeping the characters straight for a while. Like James and Lucy and Cordelia, I know. And it's like, I know the characters, but I couldn't remember, like, okay, what family are you from again? Are you a Lightwood? Are you a Fairchild? Are you are you something else? Are you a Blackthorn? Like, what are you again? That was the only thing. Like, who's your parents? I need to know who your parents are. And then trying to think, okay, who from the Mortal Instruments are your, like, descendants? Like, I need to know this. And I kind of spoiled myself for something, but it's fine. It's fine. Like, I had to look up a family tree to find out who exactly was whose parents. And when I found out, I was like, oh shit, maybe I shouldn't have done that. But I don't care right now. It's fine. I'm just happy that something I thought was right. So yeah, I gave that 4 stars. It was really good. I gave it 4 stars. And the other one, of course, is House of Earth and Blood by Sarah J. Maas. It's the first book in the Crescent City trilogy series. I don't even know. This thing is hefty. Oh my god. This is 800 pages of just goodness. I will say, the first 200-ish pages is a lot of world building, a lot of like getting to know the characters. I will say that the first 50 pages is just like, what the fuck am I reading? Why am I not getting into this? What's going on? Thankfully, I read that from NetGalley, so I read that months ago before this came out, because I got an excerpt for it, and it was the first 5 chapters, which is literally the 5th chapter is what throws you into the plot. That's what starts everything. So everything before the 5th chapter is pretty much just like backstory leading up to it, kind of. It's just the lead up to it. That's fine. It's fine. I love Sarah J. Maas's writing. I love her characters, her plot. I love her writing, her story. I love everything. So, yeah, it took me a while to get into it. Like, the first 5 chapters. And then, like, the next 150 pages were just another build-up to, like, the action and everything. It was literally just leading you into that action. It was a lot of describing everything and, like, getting to know things. And again, it's fine. A lot of world building, and I was good with it. And once I got sucked in, I was sucked the frick in. So, definitely pick this up. It's fantastic. And pages are gorgeous. Naked hardback is gorgeous. I mean, I think this might be my favorite book of the year. We'll see. Okay. Also, actually, let me check. Does Chain of Gold have anything? No, it's just black. That's fine. But I can show you what it does have. It has that. That's gorgeous. I do love that. Okay. So now, let's go into my Book of the Month books. I got 3 for March. So I got these 3. And then I got 1 in April, which I'm currently reading. So for March, I got Woven in Moonlight by Isabel Ibanez. This one is like, is it bulimia? Oh, it's Bolivian. It's Bolivian, why can't I say it? It's a lush tapestry of magic, romance, and revolution. Revolucion is what it's going. Drawing inspiration from Bolivian politics and history. And this follows Jimena. She's the decoy condesa, stand-in for the last remaining Illustrian royal. Her people lost everything when the usurper Adoc used an ancient relic to summon ghosts and drive the Illustrians from La Ciudad. Ciudad? I think. Now Jimena's motivation by her insatiable thirst for revenge and her rare ability to spin thread from moonlight. It's all I want to know, it's all I need to know, and it's fucking gorgeous. Like, literally, this is gorgeous. Like, okay, to be honest, it was a cover bag. Like, once I saw the cover, I don't even know what the naked bag looks like for the regular edition, because I just got it from Book of the Month. And I swear to God, if it's gorgeous there too, I'm going to be really upset. But I don't care, because I really wanted this, and it was cheaper. And I'm happy with it. Like, I am in love with this. And it sounds really good, and I almost picked this for the Owl's Magic Readathon, but I just wasn't in the mood for, like, you know, so much fantasy. And then I chose a lot of fantasy, but it's fine. I'm going to read this another time. We'll see. Next up, I picked up Turn of the Key by Ruth Ware. I wanted to get some thrillers, and I've been hearing a lot about this. So I know that this is, I want to say a nanny, like, it's about a nanny, right? So we follow Rowan. She stumbles across the ad. She's looking for something else completely. But it seems like too good an opportunity to miss. A live-in nanny post with a staggeringly generous salary. And when she arrives at Heatherbray house, she's smitten by the luxurious smart home fitted out with all modern conveniences, by the beautiful Scottish Highlands, and by this perfect picture fit. This is set in Scotland? Okay, if I would have known that, I would have picked this completely. And technically this is in my BookTubers favorites bucket, so it might end up happening soon. I'm hoping maybe next month. We'll see. But yeah, I'm really excited to pick that one up now. And then I got another thriller as well, and that's The Sundown Motel by Simone St. James. I know this one is set in a motel. And this is dual timeline, which I love. We have 1982. We follow Viv, and this is all set in New York City, by the way, or upstate New York. I mean. And so she wants to move to New York City, and to help pay for it, she takes a job as a night clerk at the Sundown Motel in Fell, New York. But something isn't right at the motel, something haunting and scary. And then we go into 2017, and we follow Carly, and Viv was her aunt. And she mysteriously disappeared from the Sundown before Carly was born. So Carly ends up going to the Sundown and taking the job there and trying to find out what happened to her aunt. So I'm really excited for this one too. I just want to read a lot of thrillers, and I might make like a thriller TBR or something. Not in May, unless like I choose Turn of the Key in May. Because I do have like a TBR set for May, or at least a theme TBR. So yeah. On the other book that I got, those are my March picks. My April pick was Beach Read by Emily Henry, and I'm in love with it, and it's amazing. And I'm literally currently reading it. I'm 300 pages in. I just did my check-in, and this is fantastic. Oh my God. We follow two authors. They were rivals in college, January and Gus. And it's years later, like 7 years later, whatever. And January ends up moving into this beach house that her father left her after her father passed away. And she ends up seeing Gus again because he's her neighbor. Thank you. And they just go right back into, you know, they don't have a really good first start. I mean, they were rivals in college, but, you know, it's just not so good when they see each other again. And they end up making this bet because January writes romance and Gus writes, like, literary fiction. And January and Gus are pretty much in this, like, kind of slump. They can't really write what they're known for writing. They're just having a hard time thinking of words and a story. Like, nothing wants to just go through and flow. So they end up doing this bet where they switch places. He'll write a romance and she'll write a literary fiction. And whoever can sell their book fastest wins the bet and has to do so much for the other, and or the loser has to do so much for the other. And it's so freaking good. The witty, snarky banter between the two is fantastic. It's literally what I live for. And I'm just in love with them. Of course, one thing leads to another. There's a romance. It's fantastic. Pick this up if you haven't, because I'm in love with it. I know it comes out in May, but Book of the Month has it already. And that's how I got it. So definitely pick that up if you can. Alright. So after that, I only have a few more books left. I picked up The Honey Don't List by Christina Lauren. This is their newest book. I don't really know what this one's about. It follows a home remodeling and design couple, Melissa and Rusty. So it follows Carrie, who works for them. And everybody believes that Melissa and Rusty have, like, the perfect romance, perfect marriage. And then it's not really what it seems. It's all for the television. And then James McCann comes in. He's an MIT graduate and engineering genius. He was originally hired as a structural engineer, but the job isn't all he thought it'd be. The last straw, both he and Carrie must go on a book tour with the Trips and keep the wheels from falling off the proverbial bus. Yeah, okay. I mean, I'm definitely reading it this month for the Owls, so I'm excited. Yeah, this is going to be good. This is going to be really good. Then I have the new Casey West book. This is Moment of Truth. This one I'm also reading this month for the Owls. This one follows Hadley, who's a swimmer, and she's trying to earn a scholarship to college. And she ends up meeting Heath, who's dressed like a Hollywood action hero. He crashes her swim meet. She isn't amused. It says she's determined to make sure he doesn't bother her again, only she's not sure exactly who he is. Okay. That's all you really need to know. It's a Casey West book. It's a young adult contemporary. It's going to fly through. And I've kind of had a love-hate relationship with Casey West. I've enjoyed all of her books, but there's only a couple that I'm, like, really in love with and will reread constantly. And that's P.S. I Like You and Listen to Your Heart. I love those two books so much. The rest of them were fine. They were good. Some of them were really good. Some of them were just like, eh. This one I'm hoping that I'll love, but we'll see. So I don't want to know too much about it. I just, want to read it and see how I feel about it. And then lastly, I have Havenfall by Sarah Holland. This is Sarah Holland's newest book. Sarah Holland wrote, what was that damn book? I know I read it and it was fine. Oh, come on now. You don't even want to tell me. Really? Really? Everless and Evermore. Yeah. So I read Everless and that one was fine, but I wasn't in love with it. I'm hoping to really love this one because this one sounds fantastic. And also the cover is just literally gorgeous. Like, literally gorgeous. Oh my God. Can you see that? Like, it's just so beautiful. Every time I look at it, I'm just in love with it. So it says, a safe haven between four realms, and the girl swore to protect it at any cost. Hidden deep in the mountains of Colorado lies the inn at Havenfall, a sanctuary that connects ancient worlds, each with its own magic. 4 generations, the inn has protected all who seek refuge within its walls, and any who disrupt the peace can never return. For Maddie Morrow, summers at the inn are more than a chance to experience this magic firsthand. Havenfall is an escape from reality where her mother sits on death row accused of murdering Maddie's brother. I did not know that. I only read the first oh my god. It's where Maddie fell in love with handsome Fjordan soldier Brecken, and it's where one day she hopes to inherit the role of innkeeper from her beloved uncle. Okay, I don't want to read anymore because holy crap, I did not know that. Yeah, I kind of want to read this now, so we're going to see. It doesn't seem super long. Like, it seems pretty short. It's 300 pages. It's just like 305 pages. That's not bad. And again, the cover's just gorgeous and all I want to do is read it. So, yeah, I just want to read this so bad. So yeah, that's it. That's all the books that I have for today. That's 11, right? Why do I feel like it was 11? But it was. Yeah, it was 11 books. I'm just losing my mind. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this book haul. And I will see you again with another video. Stay safe, guys. Happy reading.